Round number 4 of the Swiss stage, and today's matches will be 2 elimination matches, and we start with Cloud9 against Fnatic, LCS against LEC.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Best of 3 between 2 second seeds. It is Cloud9 starting from the blue side with Fudge on the Rumble, Blabber on the Jarvan, MNS on the Yone, Berserker on the Xayah, and Swen on the Nautilus. And for Fnatic, it's Oscarinen on the Jax, Razork on the Lee Sin, Humanoid on the Orianna, Noah on the Ezreal, and Trimby on the Rakan. 6 minutes into the game, both top laners already at level 6. We see Oscarinen jumping in with his Q, stuns Fudge with his E, but then in comes Swen. It's the double CC by the Nautilus with his passive and his stretch line, and down goes the Rumble. But here come Razork and Trimby. The Lee Sin is already going into it, looking to trade one back on Fudge, but he will go down before Trimby reaches the scene, and so it is a 2-for-1. At least the support of Fnatic can get a kill. Back around the same spot 2 minutes later, it's a 1v1 between the 2 top laners. Oscarinen, he gets ignited, and Fudge with another kill, the 3rd already in this game. 10.5 minutes into it, the first dragon will be obtained by Fnatic. But here we go again. Oscarinen is having a hard time. He's now dived on by Blabber and by Fudge. Kill number 4 for the top laner of Cloud9. And we just saw Shelly taking 2 plates off the mid lane tier 1. But here we go, 30 minutes into the game. Razork going for Blabber, turns to go for Swen, and Humanoid with the QW takes him out. And then MNS on the Yone flying in with his ultimate, but he will be ignited, and this health bar just gets shredded. And while we see the replay of it, we see again Oscarinen having a horrible time in the top lane, taking out for what will be kill number 5 for Fudge. And now we see a dive of Fnatic, but it will be interrupted by Blabber with a drag and drop into the Cataclysm. Humanoid getting low under the turret, he will be taken out, and the nightmare match for Oscarinen continues, as well as he will be slain for the 5th time, and Razork goes down as well. It is a double kill for Fudge, 7 kills already. He has a CS lead of 40. He will destroy the first turret of the game just before MNS takes out the 2nd in the bot lane. And now we're in for the Herald. We see the Equalizer raining down on Trimby, tries to get away through his own jungle. Quickness charm onto MNS, but he goes for it. Trimby in the stopwatch will only delay his own death. The 3rd turret on the sides of Fnatic will be broken by Shelly. And we're now in 18 minutes into the game. Fnatic, they secure the 2nd dragon of the game, but then Swen comes in, the Equalizer rains down, and Blabber with an epic drag and drop into the Cataclysm. He takes away so much HP and 2 flashes. Razork turns for a suicide attempt to save his teammates, but it will be in vain. Trimby falls as well. 3 men down, and now the remaining 2, Oscarinen and Noah, will be hunted until it is a clean ace for Cloud9. They're now in cruise control as they take the inner turret in the bot lane, and we hop into the top lane again 20 minutes into the game, and we see Fudge, though being hit by 2 levels on his role opponent. 3 men are just too much for him to survive, but here come Blabber and Swen, and they pick Humanoid. And this Orianna is doomed. And so this is in the end a 1-for-1. And now Cloud9, they're going for the Baronesha, MNS, and Swen, they keep everybody away from the pit. No chance for Razork to enter it. Baron buff for the LCS 2nd seed. And with it, here they come through the top lane. Humanoid, he steps a little bit too far ahead. And Blabber, he flies in with his EQ, goes into the Cataclysm and trapped in the circle of death. Down goes Humanoid. Razork is limping away with just a little bit HP. And in the end, 2 inner turrets will crumble in the top and in the mid lane. Cloud9, they take the next dragon, and we're already in almost 28 minutes into the game. The 2nd Baronesha about to be burned down by Cloud9. And again, Swen, but also now MNS on the Yone keeps everybody out of the pit except for the jungler, except for Razork, who goes in and steals the objective. Baron buff for Fnatic. Trimby will go down, but still, they remain with 4 members with a mighty buff. And now this is looking dire for Trimby on level 10 against the level 16 Yone. He just gets bursted into the grey screen, and we stick with the scene a little bit longer to see Cloud9 taking the 4th dragon of the game. 2 for 2 in terms of dragon buffs. but the rest of the game looks pretty gloomy from the perspective of Fnatic. They try to make something happen. Now it is Blabber jumping in too far into the enemy lines. His GA will keep him alive, but for how long? Sven comes in, tries to save his jungler, but now he gets hunted, and he will be taken out to what will be only the first kill for Noah so far. And now we see him there in the mid lane isolated, and he will be engaged on by Sven with a dredge line. The depth charge, and then it is MNS flying in. But Noah just slipping away, and down goes Sven. At the same time, Razork was trying to find the backline all alone, but he falls to the feet of a raging Berserk on Xayah. Oscarinen managed to shatter on MNS, but now it is the Xayah with a triple kill. It's a 3 for 2 and an inhibitor in favor of Cloud9, and the third Baron Nashor in their pockets as well. And they will be content to trade this for what will be soul point for Fnatic, because now they're looking for a final push into the base towards the Nexus turret. MNS almost took out Oscarinen in the top lane, but we take a look at the mid lane. Blubber goes in with a Cataclysm. Berserker takes the kill on Trimby. Fudge in his stasis, he dealt so much damage to Razork, and Humanoid will be taken out by Amanes. Razork goes down as well, and now it is only Oscarinen, a lonely Jax, and even the Grandmaster at Arms cannot fend off the inevitable, and so it will be Cloud9 taking game 1 and the lead in this best of 3.
Losing control, I gotta know who's in control. Me. Losing control, I'm gonna explode. Can you bring it back to me?
Game number 2, Fnatic, starting from the blue side with Oscarinen on the Jax, Razork on the Jarvan, Humanoid on the Syndra, Noah on the Zeri, and Trimby on the Rakon. And for Cloud9, it's Fudge on the Renekton, Blab on the Talia, MNS on the Cassante, Berserk on the Kai'Sa, and Sven on the Rel. 3.5 minutes into the game, we see Blabber and MNS going for the Scuttle Crab. Razork comes in. The Unraveled Earth prevents him from dashing in. Oscarinen and Fudge, they close him from the top lane, but also Humanoid with a Scatter the Weak on the Syndra. Double stun. MNS is solo, but also Razork is trying to get away. MNS goes down. First blood drawn by Fnatic. And this will be it. No trade back. Only 1 kill for Fnatic. But now 2 minutes later we see MNS level 6 with his all out, takes Humanoid over the walls. And he just destroys the Syndra. The first dragon will be slain by Cloud9 after 6.5 minutes. But now this Razork going in with a drag and drop, followed by Trimby. The knock up. Noah on the Zeri takes his first kill, but Razork, he will go down as well. It is a trade, 1 for 1. And now we see a dive in the top lane. Oscarinen against 4 Clouds. And this is a storm approaching that he cannot escape. The first Herald will be secured by Fnatic. Unleashed in the mid lane, where it is only 1.5 plates left. But we take a look at Sven on the Rel. He goes in with a Magnet Storm. He will be pushed back by Humanoid with a Scatter the Weak. Knocked up. And then the unleashed power of the Syndra will take him out. We are 12 minutes into the game to see Fnatic securing the second dragon of the game. And now this Trimby escaped the Q of the Rel, goes back in, will be shoved in by the Talia, ignited and sent into the grey screen. And just seconds later we see Sven and MNS cancelling the dive as they see Humanoid TPing in, but what they do not see is Razork on the other side of the walls. He's dashing over it, and MNS escapes with his flash, but Noah secures a kill on the Rel. And now we see Fudge and Oscarinen in a 1v1, and the Jax is keeping the upper end, but in comes Blab on the Talia, and he connects Q after Q. This Smite, the Unraveled Earth, Oscarinen with a flash, but it will not be enough. Third kill of the game for the Cloud9 jungler. And now it is MNS with a footwork into the Pathmaker, the all-out onto the Syndra of Humanoid, and down goes the mid laner of Fnatic. Blabber is securing the first turret goal for his team, but then his Weaver's War, the escape will be cancelled by Razork and this drag and drop. And now together with Trimby, this is a 1v2 that the Talia cannot survive. Cloud9, they will obtain the second herald of the game. They will break the bot lane tier 1. And now it is again MNS against Oscarinen. The health bar of the Cassante is getting low, but here comes Sven on the roll. Crash down into the Magnet Storm. And the Jax is sent back to the fountain. And a bit under 18 minutes, we see Fnatic securing their next dragon of the game. Chem takes Soul it will be. The Herald is summoned, but now Fudge, surprised by 3 Fnatics, he will see his screen grayed out soon. The Herald crashes into the tier 2 on the top lane. The tower is gone, and Shelly gets off even a second charge. The mid lane tier 1 of Cloud9 will crumble. And now we take a look at both top laners. The double TP is coming in, but Humanoid, joined by Rezok, they will be faster. And so the Alpha of the Renekton is shredded into pieces. And so it is M&S TPing into grave danger. Blubber is there as well. Deals a lot of damage to Trimby. But now he gets engaged on by Rezok, and Humanoid on the Syndra takes the kill, and now M&S, he's running for the hills as fast as his footwork can carry him, but all the dashes and flashes will not be enough. The Cassante goes down, and Humanoid collects a 300 shutdown gold on top of it, but Berserker could at least trade back the mid lane outer for Cloud9. And we just saw their inner in the bot lane crumbling after 22 minutes. And now it is Baron Nashor time. Cloud9 is burning it down. But Fnatic, they close in. Force the LCS second seed out of the pit. And then it is Sven jumping in with his Magnet Storm, but he misses Rezok. He cannot pull the jungler out of the pit, and so the Baron goes to Fnatic. And then Humanoid with a Scatter the Weak, he just hits everybody. Blabber and Sven will be wiped off the river. Berserker is limping away on the Kaiser, and Fudge, he will be swimming in the grey seas as well, and finally even Berserker is sent back into the void. And now we see Blubber in his own jungle. Humanoid, he misses a Scatter the Weak, but his Sphere will hit, and now the Unleashed Power shows the burst potential of the mid lane mage. And now this Rezok drag and drop into the Cataclysm, he finds Berserker, but he ults out of the circle, and in comes Blubber to take the shutdown gold. On the way back, they can tear down the mid lane tier 2, but now it is Humanoid, flanked by M&S, taken with the all-out over the walls. And within all the CC, there's no chance for the Syndra to get away there alive. And now we're in 27 minutes into the game. Cloud9 looking for an engage to fend off Fnatic, but Sven, he will go down. Fudge, he TP'd in for the flank. He takes out Humanoid, but on the upper screen, Berserker went down on the Kaiser. No ADC, no Cassante, as M&S will fall to the feet of Noah for a double kill. Oscarina takes out Fudge. And this is an ace. And this is game 2 in the pockets of Fnatic. And we're going to a game 3.
I gotta know who's in control of me. Losing control, I'm gonna explode. Can you bring it back to me?
It is win or go home in this deciding match 3 for both teams, and Cloud9 starting from the advantageous blue side with Fudge on the Jax, Blab on the Sejuani, M&S on the LeBlanc, Berserk on the Xayah, and Sven on the Alistar. And for Fnatic, it is Oscarina on the Rumble, Rezok on the Jarvan, Humanoid on the Silas, Noah on the Aphelios, and Trimby on the Rel. And now we take a look at Oscarina, letting rain down the equalizer, but he will be stunned by the counter-strike of Fudge. And with the incoming Sven and Blabber, it will be first blood, drawn by Cloud9. The first dragon instead goes to Fnatic, secured by Rezok, but the Herald lands in the pockets of Blabber. And now we see Sven on an Alistar. He goes in with the W for the follow-up knock-up with his Q. He hits both top laners. Trimby, he gets ignited. And so it is the second kill that goes to Cloud9. Sven will take it. And now we're back in the top lane. 9 minutes into the game, the equalizer rains down as Blabber misses his Q. Rezok, he jumps in with his Cataclysm, traps Blabber. Fudge jumps in, flashes back out, and he dealt so much damage to the Jarvan that it is now Blabber with his Glacial Prison, keeping Oscarina away. And so it is the third kill for Cloud9. But in the meantime, Sven went down on the bot lane to Noah on the Aphelios. And now we see Sven again. 10.5 minutes into the game, he's limping away. Blabber comes in, wants to save his supporter, but against 3 members of the Fanatics, he will be just left to dry and pays for this with his own life. The Herald will be summoned in the bot lane, and now we go into the river to see Rezok with a Cataclysm onto Blabber. 4 members of Fnatic against 2 Clouds. The fate for the Sejuani and the Alistar is sealed. Down goes Blabber, and Sven, all he can do is run away. He gets knocked up, but then with his W, into the Q, he knocks up all 4 Fanatics. Seems to get away, but it only seems so. He will go down in the end as well. And now the rift turns infernal as Fnatic are taking the second dragon of the game. And now we see Sven again against Rezok and Humanoid with a Pulverize. He keeps them away. He's secured under his tower, and now in comes Blabber. He connects the Glacial Prison onto Humanoid. For a moment, The Silas was at 2 HP, escapes with a blast count, and now it is Rezok diving under the turret. He knows that he is doomed and no one can save him. He wanted to have the kill on Sven, but he didn't get it. But now we take a look at MNS on the LeBlanc. He dashes in to take out Trimby and Humanoid. Trimby will fall to the feet of the Xayah, and Humanoid is limping away again with less than little HP. But now he's against 3 clouds, encircled, and down he goes. Another kill for Berserker, his second of the game. And now we speed ramp a little bit through the scene until we see Oscarinen securing first turret gold for his team and getting away there with his life. And now we're back in the bot lane, 15.5 minutes into the game. Sven, he gets engaged on by Humanoid. The equalizer rains down, but then it is Sven with his headbutt. He cancels the engage of Trimby. He will fall, but he probably saved his team from worse. Well, it is Shelly tearing down the mid lane tier 1. And we go in for what could be already soul point for the Fanatics. Humanoid with the engage on Blabber. Tries to keep the jungler away from the pit, and he will be successful. The objective gets secured, but Humanoid in the midst of destruction, limping away, but he won't escape. And now Cloud9, they want more, they're going for the chase down. But Rezok jumps in with the Cataclysm, and the Magnet Storm of Trimby is huge. He goes down, but the health bars of the clouds are just disappearing. Noah takes the kill on MNS. Rezok on Sven. Berserker cannot take out the Aphelios with his Feather Storm, and so down goes Fudge as well. And Berserker, he is now doomed to see the grey screen for an ace for Fnatic. And just a minute later, we see Rezok with the engage on Sven. He's followed by Noah, Trimby, and from further behind, Humanoid joins. But Rezok with a drag and drop, and then the Cataclysm onto Sven, and Noah will take the kill on the Alistar. And now Fnatic, they turn to burn the Purple Worm. Blabber tries to get into there, but he will be zoned away by Trimby and Humanoid, but both will go down. The equalizer of Oscarinen does little to nothing, and so it is Rezok trapped in between 4 clouds. It is only Oscarinen and Noah escaping with the Baron buff. And now we're back into the river. Rezok with the engage, followed by the equalizer. Blabber, he's zoned away from his team, and he will be sent via Express Mill back to his fountain. And now Sven, he will be engaged on 2. And the blast cone will take him just further into the demise. Fudge in the meantime could tear down the tier 2 in the bot lane, but Fnatic will take the 2 outer turrets in mid and top lane. Fudge TP'd in, eager to take the kill on Trimby, but he won't get it. He has to make his way out of there before he gets slain. And now we're in for what could be Dragon Soul for Fnatic. The health bar is burning down off the dragon, and it will be secured. Infernal Soul, Blabber gets shredded, just like Sven. They find the wet grave in the river, and Berserker, he will go down as well. 3 kills and the Dragon Soul for Fnatic. 2 minutes later, they tear down the tier 2 in the bot lane, and after 27.5 minutes, the Baron power play is on for the LEC's 2nd seed. And they are now going through the jungle. Rezok, he finds MNS, traps to LeBlanc and the Cataclysm. Trimby on the well goes in for the ignite on MNS. But it was just fake MNS. Rezok hunts down the right one, but he will pay for it with his life. Berserker takes the kill. But nonetheless, Fnatic, they continue to advance through the top lane. They want to take down this turret. But in come Fudge and Blabber. It's a little bit of a back and forth. Health bars are traded. Humanoid TP's in to take a huge chunk of damage, but it will be Fudge on the Jax to go down first. Sven will follow. The turret crumbles. And now the base is about to be cracked open. Inhib turret and inhibitor are gone. And now they turn their backs on the base. With the empowered recalls, everybody escapes, except for Oscarinen. He's now engaged on by MNS and Blabber. MNS returned from the fountain just to be almost sent back to it immediately. And now it is Blabber on the Sejuani, securing a 350 gold bounty. But back come the Fanatics. And we take a look at Sven. He's going for a cheesy play, waiting for them to return for the Elder Dragon. But MNS, he will be stunned by the Glacier Prison, and he will be taken out. And now it's a 5v4. And with the item advantage and the Dragon Soul, there's little to nothing that Cloud9 could do but to give away the Elder Dragon. And here comes Fnatic. They're going for the final engage. They want to send home Cloud9. They want to live to fight another series. But we take a look at Rezok. He's way too far into enemy lines. He will be taken out. But with MNS falling, it is now 3 members down on the sides of Cloud9 as well. And so it is a 3v2. Health bars blinking on the sides of the Fnatic. And now there's Blab on the Sejuani. He finds no one for the engage. The Aphelios goes into the stasis, comes out of it, but he will be taken out by Berserker, who falls to the feet of Humanoid. And then he's almost taken out by the turret. It is only him with little HP limping around, but he won't stop the engage. He's going for it. The last Nexus turret falls. The Everfrost connects to Blabber. He goes for it, hits him, and the Elder Burn will take out the Sejuani. And Humanoid just won the game for Fnatic. The engage by Sven will not be enough, and so Cloud9, they're sent home, and Fnatic, they proceed to the next round.